We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy, Tommy G is a painting. Am I painting again?
You are painting.
Fuck, I love that.
Oh,
When does that happen? I love it. I like when it's better when it's in color. Here with probably the most hungover, drunken Stay Cashin show you will ever see. Bill Rupp, you seem well rested. Evan, you seem well rested. I was in the Discord voice chat with our lovely subscribers till I believe 8 in the morning, betting on random tennis matches. Me and Kababble bet on a soccer team called Calamari and Macaroni. We were betting on Indian soccer, Bill. Pretty much anything that was out there we were doing and talking shit while we were drunk after the beautiful Bengals victory that's closed off our parlays. But how are you feeling this morning, Bill Rupp?
Not good because your shitty Bengals couldn't throw me 2 touchdown passes.
Well, I blame the review booth on that. We had our second one. They overturned it. It's their fault. My shitty Bengals did win though. Did get the dub.
Yeah,
impressive.
you did against a guy who should be bagging groceries, but okay.
The same guy that
if Lamar played, it'd be a totally different.
Really?
Yes.
Because he's so good. Huntley actually played good.
A lot better than was out on the field.
We're gonna break it down. Evan Hand, what did you think of
what Dobbins said today?
Yeah.
No, you should have been pissed. Was he pissed?
He said the same thing Bill said.
He better have been saying, "What the fuck was I not doing in the game?"
If we had Lamar, we would have won.
Oh, dude, the guy on the Ravens said that? Oh, then it has to be true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, get the fuck out of here with this Lamar. Lamar's trash. How about Skylar Thompson? Is he an all-star? Do the Bills suck too because they struggled with Skylar?
What's he going to do when he's your quarterback of the Jets next year?
Who?
Lamar. Leave the Jets.
I wouldn't mind that.
Of course, you're stupid. You like Mike White.
He's the GOAT.
You guys have to stop thinking small. Jets fans, stop thinking small. Stop looking for quarterbacks who are good. You don't want Kirk Cousins. You don't want Kyler Murray. You don't want Lamar Jackson. You don't want Dak Prescott. You don't want fucking losers. We don't want Lamar. He's a fucking loser. We want a winner, Evan. Winner. Mike White's a loser. Zach Wilson may be a loser. We don't know. But we know Lamar is a loser. I don't want Lamar. I don't even want Rodgers, actually, now.
I don't think I want
him anymore. I'd rather take like a smorgasbord of Derek Carr, Gardner Minshew, Teddy Bridgewater people and just throw like 3 of them on there like the Niners did and see what sticks. But I don't think I want any of these guys. I don't want Rodgers anymore. I don't think I want him.
So you don't want an actual starter in the NFL. You want 3 okay backups to compete as a starter.
I want to go 1-16 next year.
Hold on. Let me just get this straight. You don't want a Hall of Famer.
No, I want 1-16.
The best running quarterback in football. But you want 3 backups.
Yeah, I want to go 1-16. I want the worst quarterback, actually.
I know what you want.
Okay. Yeah, I want Caleb Williams. I want to get in that top 5 so that we can trade up for Caleb Williams. That's all I care about.
Stop drafting quarterbacks.
Well, not Caleb Williams. He's a fucking superhero.
It's broken.
I mean, no team should really draft quarterbacks, honestly.
Well,
you can just go get them in your
Jets just had their best draft of probably ever.
Draft. Well, the last few have been great, too. It's the Zach Wilson pick hasn't panned out so far, but I don't think anyone would have panned out in that scenario. And now Evan actually has to agree with me that Zach Wilson was put in a bad spot because he needs to make an excuse for his love child, Mike White. Has to be like, yeah, White too, So now we're good. But Trevor, we're missing someone here today, Evan. There was someone who was chirpy Bill all weekend in the Discord about wait till Monday, and he's not here.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping. I saw he was awake in the chat at like 7 o'clock when I was up this morning. He was in there doing tennis, and he's like, "Can this match end so I can go to sleep?" But I guess
he sleeps all day. I love when he goes, I was up till 7. It's like, yeah, you also sleep at 2, 3, 4, 1, 12. That's why we call him Garfield. He sleeps all day.
He works.
I was in that same Discord.
He works from like 3 to 5.
He works like 2 hours and needs 3 days off.
Picks up the kids, takes care of them from 3 to 5, and then when his wife comes home at 5, he
nothing. Rackets wasn't in the Discord last night at 7 a.m. I was in there all night. Was he?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I mean, if he was avoiding me on the voice chat. That's for damn sure. Actually, you know what? He was. He was in there because I was trying to drag him onto the voice chat. But he wasn't on there from 2 to It's 7:30. He was off like that whole time, sleeping. So the Rackets is not here for his victory lap, which means he's not going to get to talk on Thursday. That's it, right, Bill? Here's your one day. That's it. You can't talk on Thursday. This was the one free pass. That's a fair thing, ready?
Yeah.
I mean, I just
that's
dragged my
statute
ass.
of limitations.
If anyone was in that Discord last night, I have no business being here right now. I am just on such a Ripken-esque streak right now that I can't break it, Bill. I mean, I've crushed the last 2 months.
Round of applause for Tom in the chat, please.
I got yelled at by Bill for missing a show, and I've just fucking slayed it. I mean, they might have to retire my jersey at the end of all this. But so this weekend, let's start with the kind of rundown of the NFL weekend. Let's go game by game real quick, what we learned, what we took away. We'll obviously talk about the game tonight. This is honestly the best 2 days to watch Stephen A. Smith, Bill, whenever the Cowboys are about to play, are going to play tomorrow. And I'm just, what is he wearing? What's going on? This cowboy hat. We'll talk about the Bucs game tonight. We'll recap the weekend. I think Howie's coming on, right?
Yep.
Howie's coming on. We'll talk a little hoops, talk a little pucks. Bill, you'd be happy. It was just firing on all cylinders and anything that came across the board. Bet the Sixers last night against the Lakers. Won that. That's what kept me up all night. I won a bunch of money and then just kept firing at stupid shit all night. But we'll talk a little NBA, cover it all. First game of the weekend. Started off with a very interesting game, Bill, especially for those people that had Niners halftime, full-time, and didn't win it because of the first half. But that Niners-Seahawks game, what was your takeaway from that? Was your takeaway from Brock Purdy? Is this team capable of winning the Super Bowl, Bill?
I was hoping he lost so that the Giants could get a home game in the NFC Championship.
I mean, it's insane that you're thinking that there was any chance of Giants-Seahawks in the NFC Championship.
Hey, you never know, bro. You never know.
It's like the New York Lotto. Hey, you never know.
Well, I mean, they played good. They played all right in the first half. They made adjustments and just did what they did. Took the ball away and scored points.
I don't know why everyone's sucking Brock Purdy's dick from that game. I thought he looked like shit.
He looked very bad in the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't think he looked good at all. I mean,
a lot of throws.
He had some flashes once they got the lead. It's always easy.
It was pretty much all CMC and Debo. I mean, all he did was kept dropping the ball. CMC had that huge run. Debo had another one where he gets dumped 5 yards, and
it was a Tua performance, right? Just throw the ball 6 yards and then someone's running for 70. You know, so. But yeah, I thought he missed a lot of open guys. I thought that game should have been a blowout from start to finish. But it looked okay. They don't need a great quarterback.
Certain systems in the NFL, that's all you need.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be.
That's how they built it. Like the Chargers, you have to get the ball down the field, right? Your receivers. Like you have to be a quarterback who could throw the ball. But here, with Debo and CMC and these guys, Kittle, you don't have to get the ball to more than like 5-10 yards down the field. That's it. You let the guys do the rest.
Yeah, and that defense is strong. The team's well coached. Obviously, it's a system more than an individual. What were you going to say there, E?
Just that is Brock Purdy good, or is San Fran a system like where you can throw anybody in?
Yeah, I think both are true. I think he's pretty good. I agree. And I also think you could throw anyone in. Yeah. So
I think the system's making him look.
Yeah, of course, dude. Jimmy G sucks. Everyone realizes that, right? Like he's fucking trash, but he looks good because of that system. That's why I hope he doesn't go to the Jets. Because once Jimmy G goes to another team, you're gonna realize how much he fucking absolutely sucks. You just don't realize it because he's been succeeding and winning with the 49ers. But he's fucking terrible, Jimmy G. He's Kirk Cousins level retarded back there. But everyone thinks he's not because of the surroundings. So we will see next year about that one. Quite a quarterback situation they're going to have. Purdy, Trey Lance, and possibly Tom Brady. They're saying Brady would be the landing spot. He's from San Fran. He always wanted to play for the Niners. They're saying if Brady left Tampa, San Fran would be the land. Like, what the fuck do you do there? Like, Trey Lance has got to be sitting here like, what the fuck? Like this is my job. Now I'm like third on the depth chart. So that's going to be an interesting scenario. I think the Niners are the best team in the NFC, though. Bill, the game after that, what was your thoughts? We had the Niners-Seattle game to kick it off, and then we had the fucking interception bowl that turned into my picture freezing constantly. We had the interception bowl that turned – can you hear me?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, you're fucking with me. All right. Yeah. My video went out. I thought you were saying you couldn't hear me. Probably the worst half of football I've ever seen a quarterback play in the history of my life. And then probably the worst coached half of football I've ever seen on the other side. Got to give Trevor Lawrence credit. he is exactly who I said he was. He's fine sometimes, and he's horrible sometimes. That's who he is, right? I've been telling you all year. He's completely inconsistent. He's Tua. He's people like that. He's fine. When he looks really good, he looks really good. When he looks really bad, he looks like the worst quarterback in football. That's what he is. He's not elite. He's the first half he was a complete bum, and the second half he played good. But Evan, you want your victory lap? I'll give it to you. You picked the Jaguars, so please tell me and Bill why we should bow down.
Oh, you don't need to bow down. I just want to be told I'm right.
Yeah, we weren't gonna. No, there was no chance. But do you feel like the Jaguars won that game or the Chargers lost it?
Oh, no fucking chance, dude. The Chargers should have won that 10 times over.
Exactly. All right. At least you're saying that.
It's just the final outcome that I got right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got the result, right?
Coach, she's got to be fired. Like,
Staley's the worst.
He's the reason why Williams wasn't in the game because he played all the starters the week before. And then he just fucking completely blew that game.
Every decision. Literally every decision was horrific. And Herbert's a loser too. I was actually anti-Herbert, as you know, Bill, and very anti-Herbert when he came out. And he's been a little better than I thought for sure. But the thing I didn't like about him was his college tendencies in a shitty conference like the Pac-12, where he couldn't close games. He couldn't win. He wasn't a winner. He was a loser. He would put up great stats, but he would lose and he would fuck shit up at the end of the game. Starting to look like that is him now. Also, so I don't know if we could blame it all on Staley, but Staley's got to be gone. This guy still has a job this morning.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tommy, you can't.
They haven't fired him yet.
No,
you can't have Austin Eckler have 13 carries for 35 yards, right? He did have 2 touchdowns.
How about 8 receiving yards?
13 for 35, and then 2 receptions for 8 yards. I mean, that's only on 4 targets, which is ridiculous. As probably the best.
If you have a guy like Austin Eckler, there's no way you can't feed him the ball. You have to feed him the ball 7-8 times out of the backfield. I'm sorry. Like, especially against the Jaguars, who are one of the worst teams in the entire NFL, versus defending the running back out of the backfield. And they're just fucking stupid team. So Trevor Lawrence got his win. Now who did Jags play? Jags go play the Niners? I mean, Jags go play the Chiefs?
No. Yes.
Right? Isn't it Bengals,
Yes.
Bengals, Bills?
Yeah.
Jags, Chiefs?
Yes.
All right. So they're going to get shit.
Jaguars, Chiefs, Giants, Eagles, Bengals, Bills.
Yeah, they'll get shit stomped next week. So the weekend, Saturday games were whatever. Then we got the Sunday. Bill, I thought this whole weekend with the games were good. I didn't really think there was any game that I lost interest in or wanted to turn off at any time. Why does my cameras keep doing this? But every single game had intrigue for me. I mean, the second half of the Niners game, probably not. Hold on, let me fix this shit. But I mean, there really wasn't a bad game. Yesterday was awesome. We had the Bills-Dolphins game, which came down to the wire. Vikings-Giants came down to the wire. And Bengals-Ravens came down to the wire. So 3 good games. What's your takeaway from the Bills game? Because you seem to be very adamant about how the Bengals suck because they almost lost to a bad quarterback. Do you therefore think the Bills suck because they almost lost to a bad quarterback?
I mean, the Bills should have won by like 30, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, the Bills should have lost by 14. If Jalen Waddle catches fucking anything, they probably lose that game by 10.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Skylar Thompson, his receivers couldn't catch him.
Skylar played great. He played great.
He did. He had a good game. And his receivers couldn't catch fucking cold. They kept dropping everything. We had Waddle props all over the place.
Oh, bro, they like dropped them off their chest.
Tyreek Hill, fucking
so many drops, bro.
Gesicki. Waddle was the worst. Waddle should have had 100 yards at the half. He had 0. So he cost us a plus 850 and a ladder plus 500. But not, I mean, that first drop was insane. But so what do we think about this? I think this is the biggest crock of shit in the history of sports that no one's talking about, because it's not that people don't like the Bengals, Bill. It's that they forget they exist. Like, the Bengals just sneakily just slide through without anyone talking about them ever. Everyone's been talking about this DeMar Hamlin situation with the Chiefs and the Bills playing on a neutral site next round if they play. Why the fuck is the Bengals-Bills not on a neutral site? The Bengals were up 7-3, on their way to go up 14-3, at home with a lead. If they win that game, they win the tiebreaker against the Bills, and the Bengals are playing at home this week. How come the Bengals-Bills don't have a neutral site game, Bill? Wow. How come the Bills get the edge there when they were losing the game that would have cost them home field?
Good question.
I mean, the Bengals just get fucked, and no one talks it. You won't see a fucking single show today talk about the Bengals, how they should have had home field. They should be home in this game, or at least on a neutral site. But they got to go to Buffalo. And what is Josh Allen right now? Is he regressing? Is he retarded? Like we see Superman, and then all of a sudden we see the old Josh Allen.
He hasn't been good. He hasn't been great since like the middle of the season, right? Like he's been going down, regressing a lot.
I mean, it's pretty odd.
Maybe they're figuring him out. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
It's pretty odd because he looked like he took that step last year in that game against Mahomes to just ascend beyond any quarterback in the NFL. And then he started the season like that. Now he's doing the same kind of dumb shit that you see, getting away with a lot of shit too. You get lucky in a bunch of these games that they've been winning of late. They should have lost a few of these games that have gone on. But so what's your take on the Giants here, Bill? I know you're excited about that Giants victory. You can take your 30 seconds.
Was what I said. I mean, they should have beat them the last time they played. Came down to that game-winning field goal. Giants almost blew it a few times. Catch at the end of the game that was dropped. Was just the icebreaker. The game was over. All you do is make that catch, drops the ball. That ridiculous roughing the passer penalty they had. Oh my God, that was bad.
Oh God. Yeah, I was outside. I was outside during that one.
Hell was that?
I was outside smoking a cigarette on the voice chat with you guys, looking through like a neighbor's window at their TV on the ceiling, and from the street, it didn't look like roughing.
That was the worst, one of the worst calls I've ever.
That was pretty bad.
But now they got this new thing with this quick review or whatever.
Yeah, the expedited.
We were saying you were arguing. We were saying yesterday, you were saying, oh, they already reviewed it. And they're like, why did they throw the flag? And then they wasted the timeout.
Yeah.
They already did review it. It's quick review. It's something new that they're doing where they don't have to stop the game and fucking forever. If they can see it right away, they see it right away. No reason to call timeout. No reason to do anything. It's helping the team.
I mean, how did this take 7 years to enact?
But Tom, the funny thing is the coaches don't even know that it's happening.
They're so stupid. The coaches
this is the NFL. This is the top echelon thing in the world, and everybody else knows the new rules, but the coaches don't know the rules.
They're calling timeouts thinking, why didn't you review that?
And they told them, we already reviewed it.
Yeah, they looked at it. Yeah, I saw at least 3 times coaches this weekend called a timeout trying to argue. You can read their mouths to the ref, like, review it. And the ref's like, they told me it's no cat. Like, they said it's good. And no, review it. They did, idiot. They already fucking did that.
You want us to take your timeout, you moron? We'll
give us a timeout if you don't want it. Speaking of timeouts, these young coaches just consistently never have timeouts at the end of games.
No.
Like, no one ever has timeout. The Bills-Dolphins game, there was a combined 1 timeout left for both teams with 7 minutes left in the game. That's impossible.
Or they have 3 and they don't use them at the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And then they'll hold on to them and won't use them. But, so congrats to the Giants. That was a good win, good game. Minnesota's probably the most disappointing football team in history. I don't think there's ever been a worse 13-4 team. Ready? Has there ever been a worse 13-4 team in history?
Frauds. Well,
yeah, complete joke. Like
there was the Steelers a few years back.
What's that?
The Steelers a few years back were pretty.
Honestly, maybe the Jets when they were an 11-win team with Sanchez might have been up there.
Minnesota deserved nowhere to be near that. I wanted the Giants to play them. I was looking forward to that game even before they were scheduled to play. I said I hope they play them because it's a great way to get your quarterback Daniel Jones and everybody their first playoff win and go in there, go into Minnesota, take care of business on the road. And now this is the test, the tough one, going into Philly.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly, I like the Giants.
It's not going to be easy at all.
I like the Giants. But
listen, are the Giants dead? Do they have no shot?
No. Listen, I've been saying the whole year, show me Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. Enough of this fucking regular season, beat the fucking Commanders and the fucking Jaguars. Show me in the playoffs on a big stage because I'm a college football guy and I watched this dude melt in big games. I watched him lose his starting job at the easiest school to play quarterback in America. Like, I watched him melt. So I'm very curious, and I think this Giants defense, Martindale has a blueprint at least. He has a history and should be able to put together some sort of blueprint to at least slow down the Eagles and keep this game tight. But that's 7.5 points. It opened at 8.5. Bill dropped to 7.5. Was down to 7 last night. Up back up. But make sure you get over that 7. That's a beautiful line. I love the Giants plus 7.5 next week. And then obviously the last game of the night, Bengals. That's just kind of what the Bengals do. That's the thing. Did the Bengals ever look sexy, Bill?
No.
Like never, right? Like even when they were down 1 at the half or whatever, I was like, guys, this is normal. Like this team beat the Steelers by 3. They beat the Titans by 4. They beat the Browns by 10. They just win. Terrible coach. Zach Taylor's horrible. He's a horrific coach. I'm so sick of everyone saying how great he is. He's terrible. Play calling is horrible. Every decision he makes is terrible. They just have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, which will make up for a lot of that. But who do you like in the Bengals-Bills next week, Bill? First look.
I have no idea.
Bengals plus 4 at Bills.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know yet.
So you're going. Who do you like? And we won't go tonight. Chiefs minus 8.5 Jaguars. What are you looking at?
Oh, I like the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs should pound there. Giants plus 7.5 Eagles. I'm assuming you're on the Giants.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then the Bengals plus 4. So we'll see. So the winner of this game tonight plays who? If Tampa wins, who do they play?
What do you mean? Tonight?
Yeah.
Tampa plays the 49ers.
Okay, they play the Niners. All right. That's going to be a weird one, too. That's going to be an interesting game. So, E, what's your take? Who do you like for next week?
I mean, I'm going to take the Bills. Destiny. DeMar Hamlin. It's just destiny. The script writers, they're not going to let them lose. They're not going to let them
Me and Bill have been talking about this. Like, when are they going to wheel out DeMar as the mascot, right? It's coming. Like, there's a reason you haven't seen this. There's a reason you haven't seen a single video on DeMar. Like, they're bullets in their holster, right? So they got through round 1. Now heading into the Bengals game, you're going to get the media hype, scene of the crime. Bill, do they roll him out for the coin toss in this game, or do they save that for the Chiefs game and just do like a video on Instagram of him
I don't
for
know.
this game?
I don't know. We could only do it once. So.
No, not if you stagger. Like what I would do, I would go video this week. You know, love you, Jumbotron, first time he speaks on camera. I would do that right before the game this week to lead up to it. Next week, if they won this week, next week you bring him out in a jersey as a captain against the Chiefs, because that's the big game, neutral site. It's almost like the Super Bowl. Then you can't do that twice, right? You got one shot to like pull that bullet out. So you pull that bullet out, you get a whole neutral stadium on your side because the whole neutral crowd is going to be rooting for you, obviously, now because they love DeMar. And then in the Super Bowl, you dress him.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. He comes back
dress him in the Super Bowl. Go out there, run the team out, even if he doesn't fucking play. You put pads on him, jog out in front of the team, bring him right in the middle of the field. That is how you use DeMar Hamlin for the next 4 weeks.
That's how it's going to go.
What do you think, Rupp?
I think they bring him out once. I don't know when, though.
No, dude. Once you bring out once, you got to keep bringing him, right?
No.
You think? Nah. I think you got to use that. I mean, dude, they were literally talking before the game. How they were commending. Who the fuck was it? It wasn't Schefter, that fucking idiot. It was someone else commending the Bills for playing. Yeah, like the Bills really got it. Like, come on, dude, he's fine. Like, what?
They are milking this. I know.
I mean, you're milking this shit way too long.
The fuck out of this.
He's fine, dude. He fucked up the playoffs. Like at first we were concerned because he was almost dead. Now he's fine. If everyone who almost died got 4 months and $8 million, what the fuck? We're over it. I'm fucking over DeMar Hamlin. I'm fucking over it. Enough. Move the fuck on. Stop milking this fucking thing. But anyway. Silly Belly Rupp, any other takeaways from this weekend NFL?
No, not really.
I mean, I wish Justin Jefferson would have got to 60 yards. That would have been nice. Fucking only thing that fucked my parlays up was that Justin Jefferson 47. What's up, B?
Last thing before we go to college basketball and Howie comes. Did you guys see the live bettor who took the Chargers minus 12,500 and put 1.4 million to win $11,000?
That has to be fake.
I'm thinking it's fake. We're all thinking it's fake.
I mean, listen, we always say it's hard to get money down. I couldn't imagine it would be hard though to get $1 million down to win 1,000. I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, let's take that.
1.4 million.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even at a book. It was online. So that means you have to your bank or whatever, however he did it. You have to go through so many hoops to get your limit, deposit limit, all in there like that. It doesn't make sense.
It smells fishy. I was showing them tennis last night. I tried to put a tennis bet in, and I was capped at $196.81. So I couldn't get the $1,000 on a thing last night, and this guy can get 1.4 million down on an in-game money line.
Yeah, I
like
could see
live in-game.
Beforehand, because you got to make a lot of phone calls. You got to.
Well, I mean, but the other thing is, Bill, we're thinking of it backwards. Like they won't let us put 1,000 to win $1 million, right? But I guarantee you, if you're willing to put up $1 million to win 1,000, I'm pretty sure they're going to suck that up immediately. They'll take that bet all day. I just can't imagine who would do that. Like if you have that type of money, it's so easy. I mean, Howie, you're a stock guy. Like if you got $1.4 million and you want to make 11 grand. You could do that so fucking easily. You don't need to go put it on the Chargers money line. You can put that in a fucking CD.
Why? Because
buy some treasury bills or
buy a T-bill,
which is insured.
Yeah, and it's there. No one would ever put it on a live money line in a football game unless you're laundering.
You're gonna make actually on a CD. What is it paying?
4 point something.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna make like 24,000.
Yeah, and you're risk free.
Yeah, when I read that, I'm like, this guy has to be just mental. He must have that's just retarded.
I mean, it's crazy. You know what else was retarded? I called Howie after the show last week, Evan. I was like, Howie, why'd you have a lisp on the show?
Yeah, like, way to go, Evan.
How the fuck is that my fault?
It was the phone. He's like, what do you mean? I was talking right after the show. I'm like, you had like a lisp. It was weird.
I texted you. I said, it's the goddamn phone because I've heard it before. And he's like,
it's the only 2 times or the 2 times he was on the phone.
The Seahawks are doing great this
weekend. I'm trying to give intelligent advice, and I sound like I just had a fucking stroke.
First thing I said to him, I go, dude, you have like a lisp for some reason. And he goes, maybe I had a stroke. Like, all seriously.
I'm like, no, I got nervous. I was like, oh, shit. The right side of my face feels a little numb. I'm like, damn.
Howie Dewey, you had what was that? A couple nights ago? You fucking like ran the whole board?
Yeah, we had a nice 20-unit night.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 20-something units coming off a night where you went 4-1, I believe, too.
Yeah.
So here was that 3-day stretch. 4-0.
You're getting the thing is now you can look at these college games and you can sit back and look and do a little research. And versus a month ago, you have a better feeling.
Well, a month ago, we're still trying to figure everything out, right? Like,
you have a better feeling of where the game's going.
Yeah, and it's nice, especially when they start going heavy into the conference play. That's my favorite time, obviously, because you also have programs that are built similarly. Big Ten programs play a certain way. SEC programs are long and athletic. So you're comparable styles instead of what you see when you get the non-conference play of complete mismatches where you have no idea, like a wrestler versus a striker in UFC. You don't know which side is going to take control. When
you look at the SEC and you look at like the team that's just skyrocketing and going crazy, and I put them on my national championship radar. Was Alabama was really
I think they win a championship
until one of their players did something crazy, like went out and shot a girl in the head last night. I mean, how silly can you be?
Bill, that was the story you were saying, right? The Alabama dude, like killing
Alabama was like number 1. They just beat Louisiana by 50 on Saturday. So what's this guy do? I don't know. Let's go out and just kill a bitch.
But Howie, the crazy shit is that the school tried to cover it up at first by saying he wasn't playing because he had an ankle injury.
I'm reading that now. They could be in big trouble.
He was fine. He looked fine. He didn't have an ankle injury when he was walking out to the car.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
We ankle injury, murder. We dropped the ball on that one.
Why do you have a bad game, you don't score a lot of points, so then you figure I'm going to go unload about, 17 pieces of lead into this car 2 hours after the game. It's just like, dude, what are you thinking, kid?
They're fucking retarded. But I do love that team, man. I've been saying they've fucked me a couple times where I like everything in like my system popped up, bet against Alabama, and I hammered it. And they fucked me. And then I did it again, and they fucked me. Finally, I'm just like, dude, this team's just better than Vegas thinks. Like, they're just really fucking good.
In that league, in Tennessee, it didn't surprise me when Kentucky came back because Kentucky has 7 McDonald's All-Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't have them together. They still have issues. But, you got Tennessee. You got Kentucky. You got Alabama. For the first time in probably 20 years, Georgia has a decent squad.
They look all right. They look okay. Yeah.
So, the SEC, it's the first time in years you have probably 5 teams that are decent.
Yeah, that are pretty good.
Yeah.
But that Alabama team, I really like what I've been seeing out of them for
They're
sure.
athletic kids, man.
Yeah, they're fucking definitely going
That
to cause some
6'10"
problems.
kid, Miller, whatever. Holy shit.
What's it, Brad Miller, whatever, the forward that they got there. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Averaging like 20 a game. Let me give you guys a live bet real quick if you want it. Harvard is down 9. You can take Harvard minus 122 right now. They're down 9. They were a 10-point favorite. They should turn this around. They're just playing.
I took Dartmouth that game.
Did you have the 10.5, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's catch a middle on that.
I mean, Harvard should win, but
yeah, I mean, listen, it's not right now, but
I mean, I took Cornell in the first game, and I think that's the worst game Cornell's played all year. They could have won that game by 50.
I didn't see it. I was blackout. What happened?
They played. I mean, they won by 22. The line was 12.5. They covered, but they could have. Cornell's good. The best team in that league.
They're actually, yeah, they're not bad actually. I have right now St. Joe's. I think I'm getting 3 right now, and they're up 10. So there's no live opportunity for you guys to join us on that one. What else you like today, Howie? Any other games on the slate that you're looking at?
Yeah. Who else did I have? I have Michigan State. I think they win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan State wins the game outright. I mean, I took them in the line, and I think Yale comes back and has a good game at home today.
You like Yale today?
Yeah, I do.
What'd you think of by the way, what'd you think of the NFL weekend? I didn't ask you. Did you watch how much of the games you watch? I know you're not a huge NFL guy.
That was unbelievable.
The Jacksonville thing.
The only thing that hurts me is knowing that guy should be a Jet quarterback.
I mean, that game was crazy. That game was absolutely insane.
And I mean, the Giants, give them credit. Giants played great.
Yeah, Bills Giants look good. I mean, they looked good. They're a well-coached team. They did a good job. So
yeah.
Let me see. What do I like here today? I like Hartford. I got Hartford here plus 17.5. That's starting at 5 p.m. That's one. The other one here is I have Loyola. That is at 7 p.m. minus 112. So Loyola minus 112. Hartford plus 17.5. I have a couple other plays which I will have for the subscribers tonight, which are moving in the direction, but I don't really like betting too much 6-7 hours out before the game in college basketball. Howie, I know you like to get down early, get the line you want. I like to wait a little bit closer to tip. So I do have about probably 4 other plays that are looking like they might end up being a bet that aren't just official yet. So right now we'll just do Loyola and Hartford plus 17.5. What have you thought of this season as a whole, Howie, before I let you go? Like, is this what do you think of the college basketball season? Like, there really is no clear-cut national champion. It doesn't even seem like there's 5 really, really good teams, right?
No, I mean, you're looking at every conference has a couple teams that, legitimately look, I hate to say it. Rutgers is a team that could get to the Final Four.
Yeah, I think it's wide open for everyone.
They have the guard play. They're good. Purdue's got this 8'5" mutant who's just
Edie.
Yeah, he's just, that's a good team out of the Big East from top to bottom has 4 teams that probably could get to the 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could see
Big
that.
East is loaded. Connecticut's not playing well. St. John's just beat them. St. John's has players. I'll tell you the one thing I have noticed. The one team that is totally bipolar, or the league that makes no sense, night after night, is the Pac-12.
Oh, I've been pretty much stopping putting plays out after like 10 o'clock.
It's useless.
That league is retarded right now.
Arizona plays better on the road than they do at home.
I've had some of the worst beats of my season in the Pac-12.
Washington will lose to like one of the worst teams in the Pac-12 on
Oregon
Wednesday night, and then they'll turn around and beat Arizona on a Friday.
Yeah. I mean, it's UCLA is good. Like, that's the team that I lean on. That's the team I've liked for a while. I mean, it feels like they got half the same team that's been there for 7 years. But I mean, the UCLA is the number 5 team in the country right now. Like, they're not even like great, right? Like, they're solid, they're good. They play a bunch of retards in the Pac-12. But I mean, it's just college basketball is and March Madness is going to be chaos. That's all I know. It's going to be chaos because it's.
I mean, there's certain you got mid-major teams right now that I'm looking at, and I'll say teams like Cornell, Kent State, Siena. These teams could beat anybody on any given day.
Yeah, there's no team right now. I mean, when you're looking at a Kansas team that we weren't even that high on coming into the season, Houston, Purdue, Kansas, Alabama, UCLA, Gonzaga, every one of those teams could be knocked off by like a smoking hot Rutgers.
Yeah.
Every one of those teams. Florida Atlantic can come in and punch one of those in the mouth.
Central Florida, legit team. They're good.
Yeah. Florida Atlantic's 16-1.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, all right, Howie Dewey. We will see you Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Let's do it.
All right, brother. Talk to you later.
All right, guys.
All right. Silly Billy Rupp.
Nope.
Are you gonna hit some first baskets tonight? What are we looking at? You in the lab over there?
Trying.
I think yesterday you hit what? 3 straight team baskets?
One. Game bat, one.
Clay hit the first basket of the game.
Yep, and then
Jokic hit the first team. Jeremy Grant hit the first team.
Yeah, Grant. So we killed that again. This game has a couple guys who could get it. I liked OG the other day, but I'm going back to Siakam at 3 o'clock, 3:10. Siakam plus 500. First basket and first team baskets plus 200.
No, that's right. It's Martin Luther King Day, so all these games are on at 3 in the NBA.
NBA also going back to the same bet. I've been betting 17 out of his last 20 games. He's got a double-double. Julius Randle.
He's on fire.
The Knicks to win plus 136. I mean, really nothing else to say about that. The Knicks are playing great. Randle is playing ridiculous now that Brunson's is there and he's playing.
I'm actually surprised that line's only 124. I thought the Knicks would be a little bigger favorite.
Yeah, so I'm all over those two. That's it for right now for the NBA. A couple of the games already started. One game's almost over. And then for the subs, I got some stuff for the Lakers game tonight. And I don't know, some of the other games are all right, but nothing's really great today.
Yeah, it's
Julius Randle.
Yeah, I just can't believe
it. Always be careful, guys, when this isn't all sports. We spoke about this before. When players and teams are playing on hours that they're not supposed to play, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, like their bodies aren't used to that. That's why baseball, when you see like baseball teams that got to play at noon,
day games and shit. Yeah, everyone.
Shitty. Yep. It takes people a while to get into it. They're guys just like us. If Tommy woke up this morning, think he was going to go play an NBA game? No,
so, definitely not.
No,
I barely made it onto here. But
people think you were out there watching football last night and shit like that.
People forget that these athletes in pro sports, and I think that's a big edge that I personally use a lot to my advantage in sports betting. They think it's not conspiracy. These are fucking human beings.
Yeah,
they're regular fucking human beings. Sometimes a guy sucks for 3 weeks because he's fighting with his wife. I mean, like, that's possible, right? Like, everyone needs a reason for everything, like they're robots and programmed machines. But when a guy's used to waking up at fucking noon or 8 a.m. and going to the gym for 4 hours, eating lunch, doing this, prepping for the game, and then all of a sudden he's playing at noon, it's going to fuck up his rhythm. It's going to fuck up his chemistry. Some players deal with it better. And then there's, who was it, Garrett Cole, Bill, this year, threw a fucking temper tantrum because the Yankees started the game 4 minutes late.
Yep.
Like, some people are that insane. That's why I thought it was fucked up what they did to the Giants yesterday. When before the first game started, I told everyone in the chat, guys, make sure you're saving money for the 4 o'clock game because this game's not going to be over and your money's not going to clear to rebet at 4:30. So don't go piling your whole account into the first game. We all knew that game was going to run late, Bill, and then they back up the Giants' start time 25 minutes. How do you tell guys 10 minutes before they're going on the field that we're going to wait an extra half hour for a playoff football? That's not fair to the players.
I agree.
There's a mentality that you get into. There's a mode that you get yourself into that's building up all day like a crescendo to get to that point where you step on the field. That's fucked up to just back them up 30 minutes out of nowhere. I didn't like that. I thought that was bullshit. Hey, did you have anything? I saw you nodding over there. Do you have anything that you wanted to chime in?
No, I was just nodding because my dog was barking.
I didn't know if you were listening to like some techno music or if you were trying to jump in like jump rope. Like, yo, let me talk.
You heard what I told you this morning on the phone it's crazy is that these colleges basically you're going to college if you're a big athlete now, you're getting paid to play now.
Yeah, that's
NIL deals, all bullshit. Michigan just started today. They started basically a GoFundMe. It's not called a GoFundMe. It's called our race to the 2023 national championship. Help us win it by keeping our guys. So basically the four 4 of their best players who were supposed to leave to the NFL are now staying because they're raising them funds to stay. They raised $100,000 in an hour this morning.
I mean,
What they're going to raise, every school's going to be doing this now. They're basically bribing their players to stay another year.
I don't even know what to think of it because there's a part of me that's like, good, let these players get paid and let them make money. And there's another part that's like, no, they're fucking entitled enough and they're making enough when they're like that whole fucking argument about college athletes need to get paid. I used to be all for it. Now I'm 100% against it because they're walking into way too much money. Kirk Cousins is making $50 million a year. Okay, Kyler Murray's got a $250 million contract. Fucking Deshaun Watson finger popped 48 masseuses, missed a year and a half, and got $250 guaranteed. Right, like they're making too much money. So you can go you're a year or two in college and not get paid. Like this is going to get so bad. We said it, I think, last week, Bill. This is going to be an absolute nightmare what this NIL turns into. It is going to completely just end up being these colleges are going to be like the Yankees, where the Alabamas and the conferences like that, the SEC schools, no one's going to be able to compete. No one. The conferences with the most money that already are laundering these kids through their school illegally now are able to do it openly on top of what they're doing behind the scenes. Nah, it's going to destroy college sports for sure. Let's move over to the ice real quick. Bill, did you have a hockey bet? I have one.
I got nothing on NHL today.
All right. I like where is it? I just had it checked off here. I like the Predators in this one, plus 120 against the Flames. That game is at 8 p.m. Hockey does have a couple afternoon games, too. Your Devils play at 4 p.m., Bill Rupp. So,
I'll take a look at it.
On the road against the Sharks. Not seeing I'm trying to see if there's another play here. Nothing I really. The Predators was the only thing that jumped out. Again, maybe some more plays later on as we go. But that possibly the Panthers against the Sabres there too. But let's just put the Predators plus 120 as the official play there. Now we are ready to move on to the NFL game tonight, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let's go. Bill, who's winning? Cowboys, Bucs. Cowboys haven't won a fucking road playoff game since me and you were sperm. If we were even alive.
Going with Dallas. They're the last part of my parlay.
Oh,
My all weekend long parlay.
no, what are you doing?
I could hedge anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I like Dallas. Tommy, what are you doing betting the Giants? All right, talk to me tomorrow. Dallas Cowboys. If you want to win money, bet Dallas.
Why?
Why?
Why? Why are you betting Dallas?
They are a far superior team than the
You were jocking Brady the whole year, and now you're fucking going against him for Dak and McCarthy?
Yep.
I can't imagine putting money on Dallas today.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you don't do that I do.
Yeah, like I bet on the Vikings. So there's that. But I will say, I get it. Dallas is probably the better team, right? They have better weapons. They're just such fucking choke artists, and Dak's such a choke artist. I just can't imagine pulling the trigger. I'm not saying it's a horrible bet. I just couldn't bet Dallas on the road in this game, especially coming off that Washington game. E, where are you at on this?
I think Dallas wins it. I don't want them to win.
Also,
I want them to be a meme again, but I don't see them losing this game.
They're just losers. They're just fucking losers. The franchise is losers. Dak's a loser. Zeke's a loser. McCarthy's a loser. They're just fucking losers. I think this line's crazy, honestly. I think this line's insane that Tom Brady's an underdog at home. What?
What do you think?
It should be the other way around. It should be Tampa -3.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how Tampa's an underdog in this game. I really don't. I don't know how it goes. I don't know how it ends up playing out as far as if it's high scoring, low scoring. I would imagine it's probably going to be lower scoring, right, Bill? What do you see this?
Yeah. I mean, it depends. It depends what they do. I mean, are they going to run the ball? Dallas.
I just don't think it matches up well because Dallas needs to run the ball, and Tampa's tough to run the ball on. I think this is actually a great matchup for Tampa in this spot, honestly. But who are you looking at today from a prop perspective since we're split on the sides?
Funny. I put it out the other day. Dak interception. He gets one every game.
Right.
So you got to bet that, right?
That's
I bet it at 160. It's already up to 180, 190. So if you bet it the day with me, we got it at 160.
I would still take that at 180, 190. That should still be money. I like Leonard Fournette today. I'm actually on playoff Lenny here. I like his rushing. I like his receiving. Probably end up doing both, but give me the rushing and receiving over 70.5, Evan, for Leonard Fournette. I'll probably play both individually, maybe alt them both down, but I think he shows up today. I think he's been the problem with this team. They haven't been able to get Fournette going for whatever reason. Maybe the line sucks. Maybe he's, wasn't on his game the whole season. But I think this is a game where Fournette shows up, and if they can get Fournette playing good, running hard, and mixing in Rachaad White, I think they get the W tonight. On the receiving side, Bill, I like Godwin as usual, but he's more of a same-game parlay guy. I think Godwin's the perfect, alt him down to 40-50 guy, and he's going to have that 6 catches for 50 yards pretty much every game. I don't like getting him up to 70, 80. He's just not a ceiling-type receiver, but, he's the perfect 50-yard same-game parlay guy.
So I know Hoffman texted me. He has Fournette touchdown tonight.
I love it. Throw that in there. I love that.
Plus 140 I see on FanDuel. He's on the Dak interception that I'm on. And he also has Tampa Bay plus 3 in a parlay to close out one of his parlays.
Ooh, Hoffman's with me tonight, huh?
But maybe we could, I don't know. Maybe we could get a middle. Dallas will win, and Tampa Bay gets its by less than 3.
That's it. A little 2-point victory. I could see this game being low scoring and tight. I have Godwin 50 plus currently, paired with, if you go to, obviously you guys know how to do the same game parlays and alt lines and everything. You could pair that with Fournette. I'm actually going to pair it with Fournette's rushing. So if you do Fournette 25 plus rushing, just building it right now. That is minus 111. So throw that in there. Chris Godwin 50 plus, Leonard Fournette 25 plus rushing. Anything else on this game, Bill, as far as any exotics or any shit that you're liking?
Not really. We do a lot of live stuff in the Discord. So you got to sign up to do it.
We were killing it yesterday. People don't even know that this exists. If you during these playoff games, guys, if you go to FanDuel and click under popular, there's 3 categories. You could do drive results, things like that. But the live quarter, what is it? Live quarter props, they're called? NFL live quarter props. They have props going the whole game through the quarter where you can, Evan, we'll go in there and it'll say, Bill found it, where it'll say Jamar Chase 30 yards in the first quarter, plus 280. And if he already has 18, that'll still be up with 4 minutes left. Okay. So there's a lot of strategy and angles. Are they going to get the ball back? What are we doing? We missed Hayden Hurst plus 880 by a yard, right? But we hit a bunch of plus 300s last night live in the game, just sitting watching them. Some of those lines are bad, but it's something to keep an eye on, those betting the individual players per quarter situations. Bill found it.
Plus 800 the other day on that.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I liked it. Yeah. I had a good time doing that last night. There's a lot of games theory and strategy to it, whether they're going to keep the ball or not. So there's some angles to be had in there. I think Brady, he has a very good game tonight. I think he has a ceiling game compared to what he's been doing. And I like his touchdowns. I think he throws the ball in the end zone twice. I like Brady over 1.5 passing touchdown, minus 130. I think Brady shows up today. I think he shows up and gets it done. But any other props for you here on this game, Silly Billy?
No, not yet.
Yeah, we'll have more tonight, obviously.
It's a lot of stuff I got to look at.
I'm going to do 3 correct score bets. I want each of you to give me a correct score, and then I'll give mine. Evan, what is the final score of this game tonight?
24-17.
Wow, that was the exact number I was thinking. Okay. I'll have to change mine then, 24-17. Bill, what's the exact score?
I'll tell you in a second.
You don't even need to tell me which side because I've always reversed them. I play both. So I'm going to play 6 bets on there.
28-17.
28-17. I'm going to go 31-17. So let's all get on 17. All Dallas 17. Bill, you think the Dallas is going to lose by 11, huh? Okay. Yeah, so we're all 28-17. Bucs, right?
No.
Yeah, Bucs. Okay, cool. So those will be the 3 numbers. That's actually good. I won't need to fucking reverse it too much. So that's pretty much it. We got nothing else. I got a nap coming, which I am crazy excited for. Chat says 19-17, 18-22. Very excited about this nap, Bill. I'm going to crush it for the next 3 hours.
Nap.
What's up?
I got to go out. I can't nap.
No, I was gonna say you come home and cuddle.
I want to nap. Damn it.
Oh, naps are the best, dude. Especially dragging your ass out of bed on like 3 hours sleep, and then that perfect. I call it the Rackets nap. That like 3 to 5, just zone out and everything's gone. Oh, you will not hear from me. So I'll put a couple more bets out for the subscribers. We will catch you back for deep subs in the Discord tonight for the game. For now, we are done. We are wrapping this show up. And Evan Hand, you are going to give us your final words.
Before we get out of here, please like the video. We just got to 100 somehow. And stay napping, motherfuckers.
Stay napping. Let's go. Bill Rupp, would you like to tell the people how jealous you are of me? I'm right out, Bill. I'll be asleep. It's 3:03 at 3:06 while you're running around doing errands like a fucking jamoke.
By the time I get back from my errands, it's gonna be like 5, and I'm
Rupp and Rackets,
and then I can't even take a nap then because after that's done, then the games are starting.
I mean, listen, anyone who's not hungover today is just doing NFL playoffs.
No nap for me right now.
Yeah, well, that sucks. You're gonna keep it alive,
I'll keep calling you though.
You'll keep interrupting my outro too. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna call you when at like 4:00.
Dude, you know who you're talking. Like when I go out, I'm a bear. I hibernate. You can bang on my head with a.
I'll be banging on the window.
You can bang on my head, and it wouldn't wake me up when I go out. This is an old ass fucking body that's breaking down and just thriving off tequila for 2 straight days. Once I go down, the only thing that woke me up today was discipline and dedication to be here for you guys. That's it. Dedication for my boys. Those boys are Howie, Dewey, Evan Hand, Bill Rupp. I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay napping, motherfuckers.
Let's go!
I think I just fell asleep.